everybody, welcome to the somewhat original video game show. Yeah! Okay, tough crowd, even though I am not live. Anyways, sorry it's been a month and nothing has happened recently, show-wise. Being busy just stinks, if you know what I mean. So to show that we are still alive and making progress in episodes and all that, I'll just go through what I've been playing recently. Hey, better than nothing. First up is that I beat The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D for the Nintendo 3DS. Surprise, surprise, it's epic. According to my log, it took about 35 something hours to beat, minus some side quests I didn't do. I also plan to play through the Master Quest, a mode in the game where it reverses and changes the enemies and layouts of the dungeons to make it more challenging. And trust me, it does. The fact that I actually died in the Forest Temple is amazing. As for other games, I finished Sly Cooper 2 Band of Thieves, and I'm moving on to Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves. Not to be confused with Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. Just a coincidence, I guess. Anyways, I've been playing the Sly trilogy in the Sly collection for the PlayStation 3, which gives the three PlayStation 2 titles HD and 3D visuals, and the stupidest PlayStation Move mini games I've ever seen. If you have never played Sly Cooper, you should try these games for sure. It's basically Crash Bandicoot mixed with lots and lots of climbing. Can't wait for Sly 4 next year. Next up is Batman Arkham Asylum, the Game of the Year edition. I haven't played too much yet, but I can already tell it's a must-have for Batman fans. Rocksteady did a fantastic job in this game's development. Oh, and one more thing. Look at all this crap on the cover. Reminds me of the Killzone 3 case in a way. I mean, you've got DC, Warner Brothers, Rocksteady, Eidos, Square Enix, and in the back you've got even more, like Bink Video Scale, Unreal Engine, IDV, and all this other technical mumbo jumbo. I just wish they kind of made this a little smaller so it doesn't cover the entire thing, but whatever. Anyways, the Game of the Year edition, all it adds is a few more extra challenge maps, and you can play in 3D, which it's not what you think. You don't need a 3D TV, but instead you get these weird 3D glasses, like an old school style for theaters. And to be honest, you won't use it, because it's stupid. After waiting 3 months for no reason, I finally got to play the Nintendo DS's swan song, Okami-den, the sequel to Okami from the Wii and PS2 that 6 people played. Well, probably more than that, but I've got to say, even though I'm not far yet, it is awesome. Okami is one of my favorite games of all time, so I hope Okami-den could say the same. Speaking of Nintendo DS, my first top 10 so happens to be the top 10 DS games of all time, so look forward to that. Gabriel, who couldn't be with me right now, recently purchased The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, and from what I hear, and not surprised, he likes it a lot. So I'll be sure to force him to beat it eventually and see how awesome The Legend of Zelda really is. Last but not least, I recently made a challenge to myself to play 3 huge games. What I like to call the Super Nintendo RPG Triangle. Consists obviously of 3 amazing role-playing games, all from Square. Those games are Final Fantasy III, Secret of Mana, and Chrono Trigger. I am starting with Final Fantasy III, which I already have about 5 hours into already, which I am sure is just scratching the surface. Once that is finished, I'll play through the unique multiplayer RPG Secret of Mana, and finally Chrono Trigger. I have played all of these before, but never really played them. Well, that's it for now. Sorry again for the slow pace of content. Remember to keep track of what else is going on in my gaming world on my IGN. So yeah, see you later.